Welcome to Iron Pulse Media. In today's episode, we bring you more compelling footage from the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, capturing key moments from the front lines. From destroyed villages to precision artillery fire, the footage reveals the harsh reality of life in a war zone. Recon units from Ukraine's 12th Special Forces Brigade, Azov, are conducting clearing operations in the Turret direction as part of ongoing combat efforts. Ukrainian soldiers carefully move through civilian houses. Every building has to be searched to make sure no Russian soldiers are hiding inside. Most of the time, the most effective tool for this kind of task is a grenade. The soldiers suddenly detected enemy presence. A Ukrainian soldier opens fire into the smoke-filled area, while his comrades toss grenades inside to assist. A powerful explosion rocked the area, causing the building to start collapsing. An enemy shell explodes close to a Ukrainian soldier.
Парни, я 300, парни, я 300. Парни, я отхожу, я 300, парни.
He's wounded, so he falls back to a safer spot.
Мене в 300-го.
Afterward, they searched the entire building once more, ensuring there were no survivors. The operation was successfully completed. The operation moves forward. The area must be completely cleared. The soldiers move closer to the residential building. Inside, they encounter civilians and ask if any Russian soldiers are nearby. They must search each apartment to ensure there are no ambushes. After instructing the civilians on how to distinguish Ukrainian soldiers from enemy forces, the fighters move ahead.
И открывается только когда придут на зеленом входе. Зачем назад по самой узкой дорожке. Перебегаем магазин и, короче, туда.
The soldiers receive new orders on their next move. They found another house that needs to be cleared. As they near the target, complete silence is essential. Communication is carried out only through whispers and hand signals. Suddenly, Ukrainian fighters spotted the enemy and opened fire without hesitation.
Парни, обходь.
The Russian soldier was encircled from all directions. The Ukrainians began throwing grenades into the building, one after another, to make sure the enemy was neutralized.
Туди, ти поняв? От туди. Своя! Да, отут.
Шагана. А туда я по всем путям.
Давайте дома пойдем по улице. Берите, ходим дом по улице. Идем в самый край.
Azov fighters decided to flank the building from the street. They pressed on with the assault, hurling more grenades into the building.
Давай сюди її. Підійди вище. Давай. Прикрий. Своя!
As they checked the surrounding buildings, they continued to advance cautiously along the main building.
Пацаны, с другой стороны, вообще лучше. Пристройся. Пристройте тихо. Сюда. Что? Пошли, заходим в зеленый лес. Окей.
Fighters entered and a fire broke out inside. They located the basement entrance. The soldiers opened it and tossed a grenade inside.
Что? Да.
Это крик.
Ні. Я не кричав. Напевно.
Afterward, they searched the entire building once more, ensuring there were no survivors. The operation was successfully completed. Video captured by the 30th Mechanized Brigade shows a Russian motorcycle infantry unit advancing near the village of Vasuka in the Donk region. Ukrainian forces have been tracking this group with drones for some time, closely monitoring their movements. As the Russian soldiers advance along a designated route, the lead motorcycle group suddenly comes to a stop. At the same time, another Russian motorcycle approaching from the rear is targeted by Ukrainian forces. The strike hits the motorcycle directly, causing it to explode on impact. As soon as the frontline Russian infantry notices the attack, they panic and scramble to flee the area. However, Ukrainian forces continue to track their movements. Drones shadow the fleeing Russian soldiers step by step, while Ukrainian artillery lies in wait for the perfect moment to strike. Moments later, Ukrainian forces launch another strike, targeting the retreating Russian infantry. The soldiers caught in the blasts are incapacitated on the spot. The only remaining Russian soldier, gripped by panic, begins a rapid retreat. Yet Ukrainian forces are resolute in preventing his escape. Drones track him closely and execute a precise strike. The soldier is hit by the blast and collapses to the ground. Meanwhile, the surviving Russian soldiers, unable to use their motorcycles, try to escape on foot. They scatter into the forest, regroup shortly after, and start planning their next move. However, Ukrainian forces do not give them a chance to regroup. A new attack is launched, with drones and artillery fire targeting their position. As a result of the explosions, the Russian infantry suffers severe casualties. While it is unclear from the footage whether the soldiers were definitively hit, reports suggest that no Russian soldiers remain alive in the area. This operation once again highlights the Ukrainian forces' ability to meticulously track enemy movements and execute precise, strategic attacks, effectively eliminating the Russian infantry. While patrolling near the village of Novyi Kar in the Donetsk region, the 155th Mechanized Brigade detects Russian troops operating in the area. In the footage, a Russian infantryman stands out, sitting and resting openly in the middle of the battlefield, making no attempt to fortify his position. While being monitored by a Ukrainian drone, his lack of movement suggests he may be either exhausted from the war or unaware of the imminent danger. His failure to react to the drone's sound or presence in the sky is likely due to the mental and physical fatigue caused by the prolonged conflict. By entering the bushes and lying down, it becomes clear that he is not just taking a short break, but is truly too fatigued to continue. Ukrainian forces evaluate the situation and choose to initiate a direct assault. As the footage continues, another Russian soldier appears, walking alone in the area. It seems that this soldier has separated from his unit. After analyzing the soldier's route, Ukrainian forces decide to launch a strike. After the explosion, the soldier lies motionless on the ground for a while, before eventually succumbing to his injuries. As Ukrainian forces continue their reconnaissance in the area, they spot a Russian infantry group of 3 soldiers. The soldiers are moving through a forested area and stop at a specific location to regroup. Instead of immediately targeting them, Ukrainian forces continue to monitor the soldiers for a while. By analyzing the Russian soldiers' movements, Ukrainian forces try to determine their intentions. Soon it becomes clear that these soldiers are heading toward a key position in the area. Such strategic surveillance is crucial on the battlefield. Ukrainian drones carry out the first strike after a short wait, neutralizing one of the Russian soldiers. The remaining 2 Russian soldiers try to take cover by fleeing into the forest. The Ukrainian drone targets their hiding spot with a direct bomb drop. The explosion happens suddenly and one of the soldiers, in a panic, tries to escape. The second strike hits him directly, eliminating the soldier instantly. The last remaining Russian soldier, overwhelmed with fear, tries to flee in a state of exhaustion. However, the Ukrainian drone refuses to relent. When the final bomb is dropped, the soldier attempts to move a bit further, but collapses after being severely injured. Soon after, he succumbs to his wounds and passes away. The threat drones pose to infantry moving in open terrain is immense. Ukrainian forces leverage their observation and analysis capabilities, patiently monitoring enemy movements and striking at the most opportune moment to neutralize them effectively. In areas with harsh weather conditions, the advantage provided by drones gives Ukrainian forces a significant upper hand. The 155th Mechanized Brigade, through this successful operation, secures the region and halts the advance of Russian troops. Thank you for watching Iron Pulse Media. We bring you the stories that matter straight from the eyes of brave Ukrainian soldiers. If you found our coverage valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest reports. Your support helps us continue our mission of delivering unfiltered real-time updates from the world's most critical conflict zones. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time on Iron Pulse Media.